Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Dublin. I'm back for another Eurovision reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to the 6 songs from Eurosong, that's Ireland's national final. I'm going to listen and react to all of them and see if any of them could qualify us into the final. So let's kiki. As always, you can use the progress bar if you want to skip to one of the particular songs. Ireland's gone for a national final for the 2nd year in a row. It's going to be on the Late Late Show again, which I'm not particularly happy about. But having said that, it does look like we're getting a more diverse and varied group of songs this year, which is definitely something I've asked for. In case you followed my channel before, I usually go on a rant every single year talking about the state of Ireland. In fairness, I think that's justified. We haven't qualified 3 years in a row. And on top of that, in terms of the Eurovision rankings of the last 10 years, we are currently second last, right beside San Marino, who's a microstate of 33,000 people. So yeah, definitely feel that when you are almost rock bottom, people should be concerned, like, why are things so bad? So in case you don't know, Ireland are also in Junior Eurovision, but their song is managed by Adgy, which is the Irish language broadcaster, and they came 4th this year with an amazing song called Solace, sung by Sophie Lennon, which was really fantastic, really gorgeous Irish ballad. So there's definitely pressure on RTE this year, more so than ever, and I'm hoping that that pressure will actually be a positive aspect. We've got 6 songs. I'm going to be watching them from the RTE website, so I won't have a video, I'm just going to have a picture. Okay, first up, let's go to Connolly. So she's saying the song plays with themes of nostalgia and the passing of time through her vocals, and it's called Midnight Summer Night, which I think is a kind of a cute, cool sounding title. She's got a little bit of Billie Eilish vibe in this picture I'm seeing. To be honest, we don't get too many Billie Eilish intimidators. I think we always thought that we'd get some, but not as many as I thought. Okay, this is Connolly, Wanna Know My Secret Bang. Ooh, dreamy starting, a little bit trippy. It does kind of give that Billie Eilish slightly indie pop feel. That's a nice starting. Slight vibe, I'm not comparing it to Arcade, but giving me that same vibe. Okay, this is a promising starting. I hope that she does something with the chorus now. But I do feel like this has got an energy that would keep people kind of like interested at the start of a performance. It does have that kind of like nice life song feel. I don't know if I'm getting the magic in the chorus that I need. But I feel like we're on to a pretty good start so far. And I feel like this is kind of like easy-ish to perform, so I feel like the radio edit and the performance will probably be pretty close. That's always a concern with like more difficult songs to sing or more upbeat songs. How will they translate to stage? There's no ramp up now into the 2nd verse, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but I still feel like I'm on board. Do you know who else I'm getting slight vibes of? It reminds me a little bit of REM, their album Reveal, which I think was early noughties. That drum in particular is very reminiscent of that. Yeah, it's got a nice kind of like autobiographical feel. Also, it's reminding me of so many people. It's reminding me a little bit of, you know that song by Nelly Furtado, Explode. It's not as good as that, but it's in that vein. Okay, she's building now, which I like. I'm feeling pretty promising about this, actually. Yeah, it's got a nice composition to it. Okay, a bit of guitars coming in, that's great. We are getting, I know that we're getting towards the edge of the song, which is important. A little bit too repetitive at the end. Where are we? Oh no, we're at the end, yeah. Vocals are nice, not shouty, understated. Yeah, what a great start. Okay, actually play that first because I kind of had lower expectations for it, but I thought that was really, really, really lovely. Now, it's not super wow. Again, it's more kind of like very, very competent, decent. I would say it's like a little bit above average. I think that's very pleasant to listen to, and I think that would put people in a bit of a mood. I do think that's a slightly hard song to stage, but yeah, that's up to her now to really go out of the box and really bring it to life on the stage and make it believable. So I think that she has got the potential there with the ingredients that she's got in the song. Okay, next up, I'm going to go to one of I wouldn't say the favourites, but I did actually do a video for them. By the way, any video I talk about, I will leave in this I'll leave all my previous rants, as well as my video I did about the possibility of Wild Youth representing. So Wild Youth are a 4-piece band from Dublin. They've had some top hits in Ireland, and they have toured with Neil Horan, Lewis Capaldi and Westlife. And they've had solo tours in the UK and Ireland. Okay, so they've got a fan base. I wonder actually now, would them having a fan base, is that going to help them in the televote? Do I know any of them? I always have to check if I know these people, because Dublin's not exactly massive. This is Wild Youth, We Are One. One and on my secret bang. We take our first breath. I'm getting empowerment song from this opening chords. I hope now they haven't written a song, a Eurovision song, because that is something I think bands tend to do when they look at Eurovision from the outside. I'm getting Eurovision-y vibes so far. Vocals are nice though. The lyrics are a little bit throwaway. Okay, chorus time. Yeah, it's giving me a bit of MGP non-qualifier. They're going for that kind of like very Eurovision-y anthemic feel. We rise like the sun. Lyrically, it's not awful, like they haven't fallen into too many tropes. I do think that's the advantage of being English speaking. Yeah, I was hoping for something just a little bit more gritty and original. This seems like their interpretation of Eurovision, so slight disappointment from that aspect. I don't know if this will qualify. Keep in mind now that it's televote only in the semis this year. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed now. I was hoping for something more indie, a little bit less pop by numbers, it feels a little bit. It's not awful, but again, I'm comparing it against my expectations, which were quite high. It's definitely got an energy towards the end, and it is swelling. I'm not hearing anything unique though, or anything very original. I'm really like straining to hear some originality. I think I've summed up that's what my disappointment is. I was hoping for some kind of like indie or originality or a little bit of a new sound, and that for me was just like, it sounds like an interpretation of Eurovision. Keep in mind as well this year, in case you didn't know, the semi-finals are going to be televote only. This is a new rule they brought in due to some controversies that happened last year. So there's no jury this year in the semi-finals. There will be jury in the finals. So you do need to appeal to the televote. Will that appeal to a televote? I don't know if I can pull historically on some songs that in recent years that have been in that vein, which have done particularly well with the televote. Not to say that there aren't, I just can't think of any off the top of my head. Next up, we got Leila Jane. She's an indie pop singer. Okay, hopefully she's an indie pop singer who's going to have an indie pop song. Wild is an empowering song about the strength of a woman's spirit. Okay, I'm up for that. Okay, she's teamed up with an Estonian and a Finnish and a British songwriter. Okay, I'm down with that. The song's called Wild, which makes me think of that girl from MGP. I've forgotten her name. That's terrible. Riley. Okay, she's giving me a bit of mullet. I'm okay with that. One and number secret bang. Okay, bit of piano. Give me that indie girl. I'll give her extra points if she mentions her mullet. Okay, I'm getting thoughtful, introspective vibes so far. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Don't trashify the song, please. Okay, Belgium run out of air. Let's go. Ooh, she's going dancey. Is that indie pop? Am I just misinterpreting what indie pop is? This does sound like another indie person's perception of what Eurovision is. Okay, nice vocals there. Okay, I'm still waiting to hear something special now. Yeah, this is, again, this sounds like it has quite an overlap with Wild Youth as well. It's got that like anthemic, I don't know, that just didn't work for me. It's more, none of these are bad. but I need more than not bad. Like, we've had not bad now for the last 3 years, and we've not qualified 3 years. You know, you do need something special, unique, a little bit risky, daring. I don't hear any dare or risk in this. Yeah. See, that little noise that came in there, that was a little bit unusual, but it was really timid and in the background. Yeah, this is, nah, this wouldn't qualify, absolutely guaranteed. Plus, these songs are very hard to deliver in Eurovision stage as well. It is much harder to make a upbeat, not EDM, but like dancier song work. Like, how often have dancey songs done well? They just have a lower success rate than other types. They're harder to do. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed again. In fairness, it's because they told me she was indie pop. Now that guitar sounds a little bit indie to me, but it's very late. Yeah, okay, no, that just wouldn't qualify, let's just be honest. And then, nah, there just wasn't anything original with it. The fourth song now is Down in the Rain. It's by Muni and ND. Now, these are the guys I think that were from Longford Music Institute. Now, I do like that because that suggests to me that RTE have actually gone out to music institutes and said, do you guys have anyone who's good? Do you want to do like a little competition or songwriting thing and see, can anyone come up with something? I think maybe that kind of idea of like going and like instigating songwriting camps in areas of talent is a good tactic. I'm not saying that's what they've done. I'm just perceiving that that maybe is what happened. I do believe this is a rap song because I heard the snippet on the Brian Tuberty show this morning. It's saying, do not give up on your aspirations no matter how tough the road may seem. Okay, that's not a groundbreaking theme for a song, but it would mean the world to us to represent Ireland. This is Down in the Rain, one on number secret bang. Okay, so definitely a different vibe, which automatically is going to help it stand out. The rapping sounds fine. I'm not a rap expert at all, but obviously, like, I can tell when a rap is really, really good. In terms of the chorus, it feels a little low energy. It's got a lower, chiller vibe, so I'm not expecting something like rah, 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 rah. But it's good as representation, something definitely different. I don't think we've ever had a song like this in Eurosong before. Ooh, he said shit. I kind of like that. I hope he says shit on the Late Late Show. All the grannies will lose their knickers. This guy's rapping feels a little bit better. It feels a little bit more like technically strong. Yeah, the chorus just feels a little bit too low energy. I wouldn't have minded if they'd had the low energy for the first chorus and the second chorus built up a little bit more. And I do feel like a lot of the best rap songs will have like a really strong melodic hook or loop in the chorus. That guitar riff in the background almost sounds a little bit too quiet. And again, lyrically, it's nice to have something that's original. Like the lyrics are, I'm not hearing any Eurovision cliches, so that's refreshing. I just don't think this is strong enough a song. But I like the concept of it. I'm trying to think of like when has a song like this in Eurovision done really well. It's gonna happen eventually, but I think it would need to be a stronger song than this to kind of like transcend. I do think a song like this is gonna have a little bit more of an uphill struggle because it is not a typical Eurovision song. So it's gonna have to be like quite exceptional within its genre. And I didn't think that was bad, but I thought it was kind of like average within its genre. Now, I don't listen to a lot of rap music, but like my brother, for example, heard a ton of rap when I was a teenager because my brother always used to play it. So I'm gonna start naming names and stuff, but I do actually know quite a few rap songs. So I know that like I can hear when someone's like very talented in their musicality and how they deliver the lyrics and the kind of attitude. But overall, I'm positive about this. Look, one of the things I said in my previous rants was I just want them to have representation, even if it's not good quality within the genre. Now that was decent quality, but not good enough. But I think what this does is it opens the door. It sends a message that other genres are welcome. People maybe who have written good songs who think, oh, but they won't take a different style in Eurosong, can look at that and say, oh, actually they would have. And this sets up things for next year and following years, where hopefully we will get a bigger variety of genres being submitted to RTE. So I think this is really, really important for that. The fifth song now is called Hawaii. It's by Public Image Limited. Now, I've never heard of them before, but this is John Lydon's band, who is Johnny Rotten, who used to be in the Sex Pistols. Apparently, this Public Image Limited have celebrated their 40th anniversary. I still never heard of them. The song is called Hawaii. It's one under my secret bang. Again, different vibe, which is good. We're getting different genres this year. I don't think of him as someone who's very strong vocally, but he's got a good presence on stage. Oh, aloha. Ooh. Okay. It's definitely different. I wonder all the grannies gonna get like all excited for this. In case you don't know, the Late Late Show is very Christian granny show. It feels a tiny bit flat. Yes, it's very flat. I'm getting pancake vibes. It's maybe just a bit too chill. It feels like almost like you kind of want to have a blunt while you're listening to it. I actually do like the kind of graveliness in his voice. Is quite like, feels very real. Yeah, it's still giving me massive flat vibes though. I don't feel the undulations in the melody at all. God, would this qualify? This wouldn't qualify. I have to admit, I don't think that qualification-wise, I am still like, I'm kind of used to us not qualifying at this point. I still think actually Connolly is the best, most likely to qualify of what things I've heard so far, which I wasn't expecting. Yeah, it's just a bit too sleepy. It's too sleepy. Even with a perfect visual story. Ah, God, is there a basis? I'm trying to think. Boggy went through. Do you remember Boggy went through with her anti-war song? I thought that was dull as shit, but that qualified. That was Hungary in 20-something. 2015 maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was a little bit... I like the concept of it, this like homage to his wife. The song Hawaii, I think, also brings up imagery vibrant, and for us Hawaii would be like very exotic because it's so far away from Ireland and it's an island and it's hot. It's just the mental imagery that Hawaii brings up that just didn't massively match. That felt more like just too mellow. Anyway, we've got one song left, and this is the one I'm most hyped for, which is why I left it till last, by Adgy, who's from County Donegal, which I think is the same place where Sophie Lennon's from. And by the way, once Sophie is 18, we're going to force her to represent us in Eurovision. Oh, she's from County Down. In any case, Northern Ireland representing Sophie Mullen and now Adgy. I am aware this is an upbeat song. I heard the snippet on RT, and this is the one that's been having the most hype on Eurovision Twitter. Don't let me down. Adgy, wanna know my secret bang? Definitely an attention-grabbing starting. I've been thinking for a while. Now we know EDM songs are hard to perform. Austria proved that to us last year, and Cascada, and Hera Bjork, and Finland. There's lots of non-qualifiers there. I'm liking it so far. Oh, it's all about the pop drop. Come on, pop drop. Please be good. Come on, be good, be good, be good, be good. Okay. Bring something else in? Yes. Oh, I wish that bringing bass he put in was a little bit more thumpier. It really would have fit the song. Yeah, okay, there's definitely something there. Okay, he's done really well in the first third now. I need growth. I'd love a flute or something. Or a harp. I don't know if that noise is doing anything for me, that burr noise. Yeah, I like it. I still don't think this will qualify. These songs are so hard to deliver live and make it not look awkward, because you can only have 6 people on the stage anymore.
good for your love. Your love, love, your love, love, your love.
Yeah.
Too good for your love. Your love, love.
Yeah, that bit, I wanted to come in a little bit heavier, that second part of the chorus to come in a little bit thumpier, just get a bit dirtier and skankier. One thing we definitely need to do this year is we need to revamp no matter who wins. We don't revamp, it's really frustrating. Even if we're low on the odds, we're not revamping. Where are we in the song? Oh, it's over. Oh, we got 2 choruses there. Okay, yeah, it was good. It's probably my favorite of the 6. I think I was kind of like putting all my eggs into one basket because I was kind of like, oh, I had such high expectations going into the last one. Did it deliver? Maybe 70%. I don't know if I heard the like really strong melody in the chorus. I think as an EDM song, they are televote friendly, so it's definitely got that aspect going for it. Juries don't like this song, but there's no juries in the semis. I just want us to qualify. I'm not greedy. I'm not looking for top 10 or top 15 or top 20. I'm looking for qualification, and then realistically we'll come last in the final. I think that has got a shot. I feel like if they maybe got a really, really well-known producer, perhaps from Europe. So for example, let's say this won, and then they got a revamp done with somebody in mainland Europe, like a more established DJ, to just give it like extra oomph and energy, maybe add in a little bit more instrumentation, a bit more like variety through the verses. Like I said, I was hoping for a flute or a harp. I was kind of like being a little bit flippant, but you know, something like that just kind of like kept us going during the verse. And then a little bit thumpier into the chorus. So I definitely think that's got the foundations of something decent, and if they could build on that a little bit, it could do well. But I'm not hearing anything from those 6 now, I gotta be honest. That's like, oh my god, this is amazing, instant qualifier. I would actually say my favorite was probably Connolly. That was the one that it felt like a very Irish song with the life vibes. It just felt like a real lovely, sweet, had a slightly Billie Eilish vibe, slight REM vibe as well. I was surprised by that. Maybe it was because I went in with slight low expectations. I put it first, that's why. If you ask me my gut instinct right now, are we going to qualify or not? Keep in mind, we have 2 songs. And we have a couple of national final songs as well, but we only have 2 songs, Albania and Ukraine so far. Albania is automatically into the final. Albania is in the semis. Now, based on everything I've heard so far in the season, I would be kind of like borderline no, but it's still super, super early. If it's a weak year and we pick one of the upbeat songs and we give it a great revamp, this is the thing though, I'm saying we need a revamp and we don't do revamps, which is something that's always puzzled me, why we're so low down in the betting odds, which are usually right, and we still aren't taking on that criticism and doing a revamp. So, but yeah, my gut instinct is no right now, but not an absolute no, a borderline no. Definitely some positives, more variation this year in terms of who the artists were. We've got some older people, some younger people, we've got different ethnicities as well. I feel like we've got a much better spread of genres. We've got an EDM, we've got pop, we've got that kind of mellow thing, the Hawaii song, I don't really know what genre that is. Yeah, and we've got rap. So definitely, I think this show this year will lay the foundation for futures. We need to get off the Late Late Show. That is the #1 priority for Ireland, is getting off. Ukraine this year are being bombed, and they were still able to hold their own national final. Why? And TG Car have 5 shows in their national final for Junior Eurovision. Why are RT not able? It doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, it's bizarre. We're the only country who's not able to have our own national final. We have to be a side act on a show that has nothing to do with Eurovision whatsoever. It's totally bizarre. That's the priority for next year. But in terms of genre and representation, we have made some improvements this year. Okay, that is what I think about the 6 songs that are going to be competing in Eurosong, Ireland's national final. Let me know who's your favorite and who you think could win. Don't forget to give the thumbs, don't forget to give the thumbs a like. And thanks so much for watching. I'm seeing another reaction video very soon. Goodbye.